Here we presents the top 5 best Fujifilm lenses. Starting of our listed number 5. Fujinon XF50-140mm f2.8 RLM. The 70-200mm full-frame zoom has long been the go-to choice for event photographers and serious enthusiasts. Fuji's mirrorless system is built around the APS-C sensor size, so its Fujinon XF50-140mm f2.8 RLM OIS-WR is the equivalent. It's a strong performer, delivering crisp images throughout its zoom range in a solid, weather-resistant build that will pair perfectly with an X-T2 or X Pro 2. Exceptional performance merits our Editor's Choice Award, but keep in mind that the lens is priced accordingly. If you can live with a narrower aperture and don't need protection from weather, the Fujinon XF55-200mm f3.5 to 4.8 RLM OIS is a fine budget-minded alternative. The black barrel is metal, with a large zoom ring that's covered in knurled rubber, a narrow manual focus ring, and an aperture control ring that can be set from f2.8 through f/22 in third stop increments, or to the A position that transfers aperture control to the camera body. A lone toggle switch, on the side of the barrel next to the aperture ring, turns the image stabilization system on or off. A removable lens hood is included. The hood features an access window so you can adjust a 72mm circular polarizing filter if you opt to use one. For more information and price, check out the product links and description. Coming in at number 4 of our list. Fujinon XF35mm f1.4R. Fujifilm's X camera system launched in early 2012, and the Fujifilm XF35mm f1.4R was one of the first 3 lenses available for photographers who were captivated by the appealing X Pro 1. It covers a standard angle field of view, and when shot at a wide aperture allows you to capture images with a shallow depth of field, which makes it an ideal first lens for the system. It's a good performer, although it doesn't focus as quickly as more recent Fuji lenses and sharpness drops off as you near the edges of the frame. Our Editor's Choice is a newer offering, the Fujinon XF35mm f2.RWR. It's a stop slower, but is quicker to focus, smaller, sharper, weather-resistant, and less expensive. There's a physical ring on the lens to adjust aperture, from f1.4 through f16 with third stop precision and a knurled metal finish. You can also set it to the A position for automatic aperture control. The manual focus ring sits ahead of the aperture ring, also finished in knurled metal with ridges that are closer together than those of the aperture ring. Halfway of our listed number 3. Fujinon XF1024mm f4R OIS. The Fujifilm Fujinon XF1024mm f4R OIS, $999.95, is an ultra-wide-angle zoom lens for Fuji X mirrorless cameras. Its field of view is immense at its widest, equal to that of a 15mm lens on a full-frame camera, and it zooms to a moderate 36mm equivalent field of view, all while maintaining an f/4 aperture. Its optics are excellent, it focuses quickly, and integrated image stabilization is a boon for still and video capture. Despite the lens having a fixed f/4 aperture throughout its zoom range, the aperture ring doesn't have any marked positions, so you'll have to take a look at your camera's display to judge the current f-stop. There's a toggle switch on the barrel to change between automatic and manual aperture control, as well as one to enable or disable the image stabilization system. Number 2 of this list. Fujinon XF27mm f2.8. Fujinon XF27mm f2.8 in black for X-mount cameras, also comes in silver in large. I got mine at Adorama. This link to it at Amazon is also a great place to get it. This free website's biggest source of support is when you use that or these links to approved sources when you get anything, regardless of the country in which you live, but I receive nothing for my efforts if you take the chance of buying elsewhere. Never buy at retail, since Fuji doesn't seal its boxes so you can't tell if it's a used lens or missing accessories. Thanks for your support. Ken. While 50mm equivalent lenses are often too long, and 35mm equivalent lenses often too short, perfect normal lenses equal to the diagonal of the image sensor, are the perfect normal focal length. And coming in at number 1 of our list. Fujinon XF23mm f1.4R. The Fujifilm Fujinon XF23mm f1.4 is a lens for photographers who crave images with a shallow depth of field, as well as those who want to gather the most light possible for sharper photos in dim conditions. It captures sharp images, even when paired with a modern 24MP image sensor, and has a focus clutch for photographers who prefer manual focus. It's not weather-sealed, like Fujifilm's less expensive, smaller Fujinon XF23mm f2RWR, but an f/2 doesn't quite blur out backgrounds like an f1.4. Both editions of the XF23mm earn our editor's choice, the 23mm f2 for budget-minded, outdoor photographers who value a light design and weather sealing. The focus clutch isn't something you get on every lens. The manual focus ring turns freely when the lens is set to autofocus, but doesn't do anything. But pull the ring in toward the base of the lens and you'll hear a satisfying click. Now it turns with a bit of resistance, with hard stops at the close and distant ends of its focus range. It's still a focus-by-wire design. Turning the ring activates a motor to change focus, rather than adjusting it via mechanical means. I have included these product links in the description. You can check out these links for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.